Well, hey everybody, I just wanted to do this really quick video to talk about one of these new tools that Corvin has created at Self-Publishing Titans. He has so many tools, and I have wanted to actually do an entire series on all of these tools. So summer got away with me and we've been having a lot of fun over the summer, so I didn't get around to doing that. But going into fall, I'm looking forward to being able to do some deep dives into each one of these amazing tools. This is just a tool set like no other. And when it's created by somebody who is as experienced as Corvin and his wife are, having tools made by somebody who's successful, tools that he's tested in his own business and is only giving us the best of the best that he uses himself, I have to say that these tools are, bar none, some of the best tools I've yet to see anywhere else. But I don't want to get into everything. You can see all the tools that are here when you go to his website. You have all these tools. He also has an excellent master class, which I'll hopefully do a deep dive in the coming weeks. But it's one of the best classes on learning KDP that I know of. And he also has a special section about doing ads too, which really taught me a whole lot of stuff. So I'm shouting out for that master class. So when you come here, definitely check that out too. Anyway, so when you get to the site, you're going to go over here to where it says Creative Tools. Now, this is a free tool, but you will still need to create an account on his website to use this tool. So just be aware that you are going to need to sign up. But we're going to go to Book Cover Maker, and the nice thing is, because it's free, if you don't use Canva or don't want to buy Canva or don't have access to something else or have been looking for something to help you create covers, then this is definitely going to be something that's going to be worthwhile for you. If you haven't already discovered the one tool that will help you, this is really easy to learn, easy to use. Now, you can see that it jumped right over to the book cover creator, but you are going to need to make an account. So it will ask you to put in just a name and a password. That's it. It's a free account. But having that account means that when you are making covers, you can save the covers that you're working on, and you'll be able to have so many projects in here that so you can make a bunch of covers at the same time. And if you get interrupted and have to run off and come back and finish them later, having that account allows you to save your projects. So that's the biggest reason why having that account is helpful. So let's just go create. We're going to just create a name for the project. Let's see, mushrooms. All right, mushroom coloring book, since I'm working on one. And you have a choice of making paperback, hardcover, or an ebook. The nice thing about KDP is obviously you can make books for Kindle, depending on the type of book that you're creating. Low content books obviously can't be on Kindle, but some people are making books that can be on Kindle. There's a variety of different kinds of books that you can put on Kindle. So it is nice to have that ebook option there, plus hardcover or paperback. So we'll just focus on the paperback. So it's just giving you that size option. And then we have the white, cream, and color. Now the reason why it's important to pick one of these colors, you need to know ahead of time what color you're going to do, is because the thickness of the paper is actually different between the three types. So that's why it's important to know which type of paper you're going to use, because it actually does change the thickness of the book by, microns, but still, it's important for Amazon to know. And we're just gonna, since we're just doing a walkthrough, I'm just gonna make an 8.5 by 11, but you can see that we have all the standard sizes here. And 8.5 by 11 being the one that most people do the most, but we do have all the different sizes that are here. So we'll just do that one. And our page count will be 120, because that really only matters having to do with our spine. And the typical low content book is probably about 120 pages for a planner or a journal or a notebook. Most of them are in about that range. When you come to this interface, if you're using Canva or have used Canva, then this interface is going to look fairly standard for you. But if the nicest part about this is, I normally have to go over to KDP and get this image for my book cover and then come back and then plop it into Canva. So that adds that extra step. So this is getting rid of that step and putting the cover template right there for me. And the reason why we need it is because we need to be able to be within these pink lines right here, so I know to make sure that my text and my images are within the space, and also to know how big the spine is, and also to make sure that I'm not putting anything down here where this little box goes down here on the back cover. And then it's just a matter, it's really super simple from there. This is you're working in layers, and if you've used Photoshop or Canva or other things like that, working in layers is very helpful because it means that I can independently work or select the different layers that I'm working on. So I can also lock the layers if I want to as well. So when I'm done making my book, this here, I can delete it and get rid of it, or I can also turn this little eyeball off and make it disappear so that it's not being seen. I also can lock things in place, so this is locked in place so that I don't accidentally move it. And then all I need to do is you can see all these beautiful pictures. Now he's made some of these generated with AI, probably. AI art is fine on your cover. You don't have to say that you used AI because it's really not the creation of your book, it's just the creation of your cover. So if they're asking about AI, it really only has to do with the content of your book, not the cover, because they expect that you're going to use some sort of graphic art to be able to generate your cover. Now, where does he get all these images? He has so many that are already in here. Here's the general images. Here's patterns. Here's just cute. Here's kids. There's just some cute ones there. Now, these are all cool and unique, but I think it's of value to know that you can also upload your own. Because, obviously as thousands of people start using this book creator, then some of these images will end up, just like with Canva, you'll see a lot of people that will use the same images. So it's of value to know that you can upload images too. He also has stock images, and these are public domain stock images, so they're free for you to use as well. So those are kind of nice. There's a lot of landscapes and some different things like there. But just so you know, you can upload your own images to the platform, and then you won't have to worry about if your book looks like somebody else's. You can also report a bug if you have a problem, and you can also ask him for a feature request or image requests as well. And since he uses this in his own business, he will be updating this too. So let's just pick one of these covers. Let's pick this one here. That's just pretty. And it will drop on the canvas. Now you'll see it has this little crossbar, and that lets me move it around. And you'll see these little handles that are at the top, bottom, and the sides. I just can stretch it that way and move it this way here. Now if I want to, I can just stretch it across the whole book and be done with it. There you go. Now I have a cover, and it's just that simple. What some people like to do is they'll use this here, and then they might put something different on the back cover, or we can go to elements, and we can go to shapes, which is right here, and we'll take a rectangle, and you'll see the rectangle showed up there. Click on it, and it comes and shows up, and then I'll put it in that corner, And then I'll just drag it over here and fill up this back corner. And that's what a lot of people do for their books. So they have a different image on the front than they do on the back. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here and I'm going to lock the back and I'm going to lock the front so that I don't have to worry if they're being moved around when I am doing my work. I can move this above, which was that back cover. That way I know where my little box is. Now we don't have any rulers right at this moment, so I don't have a way to actually visibly see where that is unless I have this dragged to the top. But I can turn it off or I can leave it on as I'm building my book. So I'm going to turn it off for right now. I'll just use it at the end to make sure that I'm not covering this area. Now, what most people do for their covers is we're going to get a heading 1 and we will go here and take that heading 1 and we will spread it out and we will make it bigger. Let's see, let's go like this. Whoops. Let's see, I can make this much bigger. Let's go 120 and see what that gives us. Okay, that's cool. And I also can change, there's lots of different fonts here. So we'll go Luckiest Guy, how about that? And we'll just say Summer Poems. We'll just do that. And I should be able to align it. Let's see if I can do that. Whoops, that didn't do what I wanted. Anyway, for right now, we will just put that here in the center of the cover, right there. And I can also do a few other things here. So we have effects, and I can put a shadow. So I can change the color of the shadow if I want to do it, but I will just leave it black. And I can change that offset by just changing these numbers. I can change the blur as well. I can also put a border around my word, and we can apply the border, and we want the border to be black. So I have that there, like that. And apply the border, there we go. So now that's black, and I can make that border fat, or I can make that border dashed, and then hit apply. And so we have some sort of, whoops, really cool little look there. I mean, for a kid's book, obviously these are not looking like they should go together, but on a kid's book that would be fun. So I'm just showing you what some of the different options are that are available to you. So I have different size text here. I have normal text, and on the back cover I often will want to let's see if I can, there we go, and I want to just, you know, I can type in something, this is a fun book for kids. You know, whatever you're going to put on your back cover. As you well know, many of us use our back cover, and we also put pictures on our back cover. So this is where we would upload pictures from our desktop, and then we would bring those pictures and put them on our back cover. So I'll just use some images here and pretend that they're going to be pictures that are showcasing my book. So, you know, if I have a activity book, I'm going to put little images of, you know, what my, you know, my activity page would be. So that, and let's see, is this duplicate right here? Nope, that's opacity. And here's duplicate. I'm just learning how to use it myself. So, all right, so here we go. So if we just want to have the images on the back cover, that is how we would do that. So all in all, I just really wanted you to see how easy this is. And it's free. So if you don't have access to using Canva, then this is a wonderful alternative. If you're new to KDP and you're just getting started and you're overwhelmed with all the different tools that are out there, then this is the best place to come. Let me go back out to the front page here. Oh, you know what I didn't do? Let me go back to what I was making there. Let's see if it actually saved it. I don't know that it did. I bet it didn't. Oh, it did. Yes, it did. See? It saved where I was. It didn't save it because I didn't save it. So I lost my work. Now there's something to remember. If I had saved it, then it would have saved everything that I had been doing. And so this other project here, as you can see, I was playing with. And as long as I've saved it, then it saves what I'm doing. So just remember to save your work before you make the mistake that I just did to go out back to the front page. So always save your work and it will be there ready for you. So if you are new to KDP, or even if you're a seasoned professional like I am, this is a wonderful place to come and explore some of the tools. He has keyword tools. He has a low content book creator. He has a sales calculator, pen name generator, so many different tools here to explore. So I hope you will take a look at it. Stop on by.